the ultralight tower, and we are just starting out the morning.
I just saw him doing a little foot drag there as he was making. Did they do that just to kind of help make that turn a little easier, or what's the? That's to show a little bit of the skill.
Just come on down and watch us down at the ultralight field. Got breakfast at the Tall Pines.
Now there's a tractor going on. You can see the brake away on the tail line. And as you go through, it's going up. So talk about turning. What's the process for doing the turn in a type? Okay, so you don't have a rudder on these.
So we got Eric talking on the mic now.
But what you do have are brake knobs, what they're called. And when you want to
Planes still coming in every 10 seconds or so.
Same with right. Now if you also want to accelerate, use the throttle and you will go up. If you want to coast down, you just let it go to an idle and you will slowly come down. What makes this safe is if you ever had an engine out, you have a phenomenal glide ratio. So if the engine goes out, you just pick your spot on the field and you slowly glide right on in. And it's no different than when you're landing with the engine at night.
So basically the configuration of the kite wing is minimal power straight ahead. If you want to add a little power, you climb. If you want to descend, you just reduce or eliminate your power altogether. And that's your three forms of flight there. And then you bend the wing a little bit with the brake to do your turns.
Yes, absolutely.
So you mentioned before that there was 3 categories on the license. What's the differences between each of those? Just the number of hours you've achieved, or tell us a little bit more about that.
Yeah, so when you get to PPG1, that is basically your dungeon ground school. It's a pretty easy test. The instructor will help you out if you have questions. When you go to PPG2, you've already had flights in. And then when you end up going back to that school for your PPG3 advanced class, most people stop at PPG2 and then just fly. But when you start getting in more hours and start getting better qualified to move on in advance, then you'll go to PPG3. From there, you can go to being an instructor, and you can go to school for that. And eventually, there's just a couple more steps until there's no more certification that you can get.
Okay, got it. So three.
Good morning. Yes, this is the Oshkosh EAA, and we are at the ultralight field right now. And it's paramotor and powered parachute time to fly this morning. And the winds are just perfect right now.
Really not had any flying experience. What's the typical learning curve? I mean,
Hello, Boeing fan, Daniel.
how long does it
Come on down to the ultralight if you're here.
PPG1?
So PPG1 is going to take you about 3 to 4 days.
So we are usually out here pending the weather, the winds. We need calm winds, and if you come on down like the rest of these people, you can hear how the guys are talking, explaining the sport to everybody.
After that,
Good morning.
everything is going to be learning the characteristics of the wing when you're in the air.
So this is one little part of Oshkosh EAA, and this is the ultralight field. So the early mornings, the powered parachutes and the paramotors get their shot to fly for a little while, and they have a pattern they have to follow, and I think there's 3 up right now, and one is coming in the far distance out there now. They've got two patterns they can fly, a longer one and a shorter one. And I don't know if you can see the one way out there right now. There, he's taking the short pattern. And they come in, and very cool to be able to come in right near the airplanes coming in for landing on the runways also. Oh, and we've got sky riding going on. That's cool, right above us. Get back to that in a second. I'm doing all right. I made it up on the tower. I made it up the steps this morning. I got my wheelchair to get me around and crutches. Thanks for asking. Here comes one coming in now, and they're gonna, this guy looks like he's ready to go on foot launch. Got Justin and Alexis down there.
This morning. We like to do this every day. If you want to fly here at Air in the one flight zone, you have to attend the morning briefing. If you want to fly in the morning sessions, that also entitles to fly in the evening sessions. Or if you only want to fly in the evening sessions, you can attend the afternoon. But they have adjusted our pattern here a little bit this year, slightly different. And they said it takes about 8 minutes to get around the pattern with the evening today. The EAA has established a safety zone down through the camping area where we have a clear zone. If they were to
Thanks. You too, Daniel.
They need to set down the walls and have a safe spot for everyone to land. If they fly all the way out to the highway, follow that access road, and then they make a 45-degree.
Yeah, so they're talking about the route that they fly right now.
Campground, and then they have a safety zone along the road over here that they follow. So that pattern takes roughly about 8 minutes, depending on the winds, and we'll see in the first week of them coming back to Rome. So if we do it long here, we'll have a full pattern of powered paragliders.
So again, if you're down here at the Wisconsin Oshkosh EAA, stop in at the ultralight field. It's near Tall Pines Cafe. They make some really great food.
And of course, you are
We'll have the night show down here also. I think Wednesday we're doing Aerorhythmia.
That shows the control that you have with the motor, the wing. These will fly for approximately 2.5 hours on a full tank of fuel. And what I can tell you.
Morning, Orion Red. You're flying tomorrow?
You're a little bit tired after that.
You are. You don't go anywhere fast.
Here's one of the Trikes. And a MacPara Charger. Oh, a bunch of planes taking off together. We'll do a little show, I bet.
So what is the typical fuel capacity? Obviously, a backpack unit is going to be a little smaller than something with a trike underneath it, but what are they carrying for fuel?
Here goes the PPC. Orion Red, are you flying here tomorrow?
Tell us about this one. Looks like a power chute?
This is a power parachute, and they run up the port flight. They are allowed to take that for non-braking purposes. Their weight is a little bit heavier, so that makes the pendulum effect underneath that wing a little less. They don't worry about turbulence as much as we do because of their weight.
And of course, it's a two-person configuration as well.
Most of the power there is a 2 tandem machine, and all of the paramotors are going to be a single place unless you have a
Oh, look it, we got it.
with your tandem machine.
Right, in terms of licensing, of course, if it's got 2 seats, considered a light sport aircraft.
Correct.
A pilot's license to fly it, or sport pilot's license at minimum. Whereas on a single seat ultralight or single seat paramotor, you
Guys, if you're on there, let me know you're here and give me a thumbs up.
You're going to want to be a little more skilled before you're taking a passenger with you.
Looks like we got another paramotor getting ready to set up here.
Convince themselves that they can teach themselves to fly. People don't ever do that, please.
Flight instruction is so very important in everything flying, right?
Every penny you spend for instruction is a penny well spent. It'll keep you out of the hospital.
And it's usually cheaper because you're not breaking apart.
Yeah, you're not breaking apart.
So, talk a little bit about the range of costs, right? So from maybe the simplest backpack you're seeing out here today flying this plane, to maybe a power tube where you've got a tandem configuration.
Let you listen to these guys.
Some idea of what that might cost from the low end to the high end spectrum.
Well, I can talk on the paramotor side, but as far as the paramotors go, you can get a used foot launcher for about $5,000.
Okay, this is where we keep the wings stable before we hit the gas and get a little bit of a crosswind going.
About $18,000, and that's complete. Of course, that's going to include the helmet, the reserve tube, and the main wing, the foot launch unit. When you go into a Trike, the Trike is about a $2,500 add-on, and you just mount your foot launch unit.
If you're on here and you like this, I'll do it every morning if you want. Hit the thumbs up for me. Get you a bird's eye view of the ultralight field while we're up here working.
So you've got some flexibility depending on maybe the conditions or just how your arthritis is feeling that day.
But if you're here and you get a chance, come down and say hi.
If somebody's got it in the garage now, it's probably because they don't want it anymore, so you probably don't either. Now, the last couple of years, we've actually had a few out there that were electric. You've seen those kind of appear on the scene, and they were really a hot item for a while. I haven't seen so many of those now. Assuming battery technology and stuff, they're kind of working out the...
Yeah, so with the new electric ones, they've come a long way. The only thing is the weight. The weight of the batteries is what they're fighting right now.
Right, so you're trading fuel and engine weight for an electric...
Nobody else to fly. Oh, we got two PPCs down there. Looks like they're not ready yet. We'll listen to these guys.
It's lighter, it's a lot lighter because you burned off the fuel. On the battery, the electric ones, it's the same weight.
You haven't gotten rid of any weight at all.
We haven't gotten rid of any weight. But they have come a long way. They're very powerful. They're equivalent to the 185cc you see it flying out here now. So.
Well, and of course the other challenge is if you want to fly.
Good morning,
more,
Uncle Bob.
You've got a fuel gas powered unit. You can add some fuel and keep going. Where the battery pack, you probably got a couple hour recharge time.
You do have a couple hour recharge time.
So a couple of them coming around on
If you decide to travel on a plane and you would like to
their
take
route.
the paramotor with, it's easier to take the electric because you don't have any gas.
Oh, this is the Black Wing PPC. I think he took the long route. First time around, I think.
You have issues with lithium-ion batteries.
Yeah,
And mass.
If it is a lithium, right? I don't know for sure what they're using on them.
I'm not sure on the technology.
But I would think that would be the best one for longevity, right? So that does make sense.
My son's a captain at Delta, and
Little touch and go.
they had something. They had something that happened in the batteries, the batteries cold, and it just started burning.
Yes.
So it's a major issue. You have to get that thing on the ground right away.
Hey, Scuba.
It's really nice getting paramotors and parachutes out of there on the first day.
So we're up on the ultralight tower and we're doing the announcing this morning.
On such a beautiful day, and they're calling for really good weather most of the week.
Yeah, weather here is in the low 80s, mid 80s. It's perfect.
They say spotty, so we'll see. You know, I've been coming here for 30 years, and I've been over a volunteer camp right over there on the other side of the runway. And in 30 years, I've had over 7 tents destroyed.
Got Alexis down there keeping an eye on everybody.
I'm getting too old to be trying to hold my tent up in the middle of the storm. So I bought a pop-up camper this year. And now we're going to have a wait for us around
We've been here, I don't know, 25 plus years. I think we're on about an 8th camper. Every year it just seems like, we need a little more space, maybe a little more water capacity. So you aren't been here. I'm afraid you probably got some more to go. Well, we always like to take a minute.
Give this channel a thumbs up if you
How many people are here today that this
like
is your first
seeing the ultralight stuff while I'm up here.
Welcome to Oshkosh, Wisconsin. It's always great to see new people coming.
Oh yeah, especially young ones. You know, you see these young kids that for the first time that they're on these airplanes, they see them flying. And
Eric,
just see
say
the
hi.
faces light
Good morning.
up, and you can see that you lit a fire down. And then the next one is you get over there.
Thanks for the thumbs up.
Let them hold the stick and actually do something.
Good morning, everybody. A couple more people joining in here and there. So I'm on the tower of the 2004 Oshkosh EAA ultralight field.
Why have I not been coming here for the last 20 years? Most of us have come.
We're doing the announcing on the stand, and we got a couple of the guys doing a good job carrying on conversation with Eric. So figured I'd just show you guys what it looks like this morning.
South Carolina and ultralight all the way to Oshkosh. Get it again this year. It's here. You know, get the young people involved in aviation. You don't necessarily have to be a pilot. My oldest son has been a pilot. He's still doing 52 scout. 2017 was the flight lead.
You can kind of see the Kramer. You can kind of see the route that they're taking, and that goes over to Camp Scholler, which is huge camping for this event. And we're out there this year, and it's just camper after camper out there. So we've got our little motorbikes to get us in, and then I've got my wheelchair and charging in the ultralight barn, and plane coming in, paramotor coming in.
Today my son's lieutenant colonel in the reserve.
Thank you for those that wished me a happy birthday yesterday. I appreciate it. I had a good, relaxing day. Bonnie and Brian Franz are here, and Bonnie made me a birthday cake and a birthday dinner. That's pretty. That's got to be a pretty cool sight to see those planes coming in as you're right with them.
I'm looking at the south end of the field here, and you can see the paramotors. Looks like they're flying next to the planes that are coming in.
Yeah, these are AT-6s built flyways there. World War II trainer. I'm as much of a World War II fighter and bomber geek as I am a ultralighter. I used to own it.
Now these guys will give rides also.
Those fighters and bombers out there that have got just jobs. flight controls and all that stuff that I do.
Well, we always like to talk a little bit about the history of this field here at AeroVenture each year. Most people don't know, but what makes it possible for us to fly down here in the Fun Fly Zone each year is that we transfer the waiver from the Pioneer Airfield. That's the one up there by the museum. That waiver is moved each year during the week of AeroVenture down to this field, and that's what makes it possible for all of these pilots in the Fun Fly Zone to operate their aircraft throughout the week of AeroVenture. And we actually have, I'm not sure this is 100% confirmed, but I've been told this a number of times, almost as many operations off of this field as the main field. Because they can fly each and every day, all day, with other permits. And this is the only place at AeroVenture you fly in, that you can fly your plane each and every day. All the other locations, you bring your aircraft in, you tie it down, and you camp for the week. But here, you can fly every day. You've got that pilot's waiver. If you attended the pilot briefing in the morning or the afternoon session, you can fly your aircraft here.
First time I started working up on this announcer stand, I see the Ford Trike coming in for a flyby for the landing, and it always looks like it's on fire to our runway here.
Talking about this one.
You were talking about women getting into aviation. I've seen that a lot more lately. We started coming to the AeroVenture 3 years ago, and my daughter is now hooked on aviation, or she's looking at going to school for personal pilot. Also, when we decided to learn Paramotor, I did it with my wife, and she happens to be up here with me. We could interview her and talk to her and see what she thinks about paramotors and stuff. This is my wife, Kate.
Good morning. It's on. Test, test.
Just real close into it.
Good morning.
Well, Jay, tell us about how you got started into paramotors.
Let's see, it's been about, was it 4 years now? During the COVID time, my husband and I got bored and we decided to go look for an instructor. And we took a ride down to Madison and met with a gentleman that I felt kind of fit us. You know, he was sincere, he was a joking guy, and easy to explain things and understand what he was trying to teach us, because this was a completely new sport for me. I didn't imagine going up in the sky with my feet leaving Earth, ever. And we interviewed with him and saw his facility that he had, and we decided to sign up with him and learn every couple. We would go down like midweek because of the job I had, that I had to work weekends and at the police department, and we would go down there and camp and learn things day by day.
So, at first, were you interested in doing this, or you just thought you're going to watch me learn?
No, I wanted to watch you learn.
And what was the changing moment that you decided you wanted to start training to learn how to fly?
I actually went up on a foot launch tandem with one of the instructors, and he had GoPros on him all over the place, and he was trying to get me to smile into the cameras, and I was like, no, just leave me alone. I'm enjoying this peaceful ride. It was so beautiful up there.
So after that, it got expensive.
Yes.
So and you've been flying for 3 years now.
Yes. 3 years.
And real fun times that you've had. You've traveled all over the U.S. Go to different flying, Paramotor, all that the paramotor community is very nice. And you can always find something to fly with in a little town or a little state, which makes it convenient, you know, when you're traveling and you want to fly, you say, hey, I can do it in Nebraska. You can always find somebody in Nebraska that flies. That'll take you to your runway and let you fly. That's just sport aviation, folks.
Here, you want this one back?
No, it's good. This one is toast.
You want
Is the
it?
battery dead? No, it's green.
Yeah, it was green.
I can actually remember a time getting on 737 and the captain walked out with a woman and 3 or 4 people got out and left the airplane. And thank God those days are gone. We love to see women get into aviation, pilots.
That's why it's on frequency.
No reason in the world that girls would take any part of this experience. They should be excluded from. And I have had more young women here in the last 3 years that have come so far in aviation. 18-year-old that's already got her instrument ticket and is building her $1,500 to get her 18 years old, you know? And I love it. I just absolutely love it. They are so smart and so sharp. And you got a daughter, she likes what she's seeing here? Promote it. Let her be it. Let her see her dream. Absolutely. You know, the paramotors that run the trikes and flies, if you have any type of handicap, there's always something that can be.
Yeah, just like Nightbot says. Click that like button. Hit that thumbs up.
There's a lot of people out there that fly with disabilities that it actually saves them and you give them something to look forward to. Especially when you get into home-built aviation. As you see fit, you deal with your disability. And because it's an experimental aircraft, it's your choice to do. The FAA doesn't have anything to say about it. As long as the plane is airworthy and it's shown to be a practical and working modification. Yeah, absolutely. So some of the places that I have flown, my paramotor, and that are kind of interesting is, let's see, we went out to the Outer Banks. And flew out there.
Did you fly?
And that was absolutely beautiful. Because as you were flying along, we could see all the bigger fish in the water. You know, of course, we're not that high, but we were flying along the beaches, having fun, enjoying it.
That's a beautiful area. Did you go to the airfield and memorial site where the Wright brothers did their first flight?
We did. That was the other very interesting flight. We flew off their runway and flew out to the beaches, and then we came back and we did it at the same airport.
We got an opportunity to go there earlier in the year, and wow, that was a beautiful memorial site. And if you've never been there, I highly recommend you go there. A lot of pilots were flying in and out of there. There's an airport right next to
This
the
is your
field
wing,
there.
Scuba?
Land at if you're
A BGD?
Flying. Great place to spend the day.
When that paramotor just landed, you see those brake toggles that are in his hand. That's what turns him right and left, and then when he wants to land, it will stall that wing right before his feet touch by pulling those brake toggles as far down as you can. We have some other places that we've flown in the mountains of Tennessee. We've been down in Georgia flying. I got a flag over in Washington State, which is absolutely beautiful with all the greenery around that you can see. And you see Mount Hood when you're flying around. But pretty much I've flown from one coast to the other, and
my best flying, I think, is still at home, my home airport. Absolutely best.
Here come some of them in now.
On my Facebook page, over the years, over many years, I have posted pictures having to deal with my flying. And you know, I think the sunset's beautiful on the ground. We could watch the sunset from about 3,000 feet. On a perfectly beautiful night.
Nice job.
I've had encounters with eagles. It just flew right alongside me when the least bit scared. You see things that God paints for you in the sky in a way that nobody else on the earth at that moment will ever see it.
Yeah, it's definitely a different dimension, being up there looking down.
I was with my wife. We were going to Ontario, Canada. And we were climbing up through some coulees, and the sun was low. And we had to go 10 coulees.
Air One Trike.
And the whole nine yards. My wife was just totally transfixed. And I said, babe, take a good look around and take a picture in your brain. Because you'll never see anything like this exactly this way again. And we're the only two people on Earth right now that are seeing this the way we're seeing it. I can't think of another thing you can do other than aviation that will give you those kinds of experiences.
I think that's really true.
Well, and like Eric and James said too, this is really one of the easiest entry points into it. If you want to start, you want to find a way to get involved in aviation, this is probably one of the easiest places to start. And they're up here talking about it today, just a few years ago. During the COVID break, you guys started flying, and you're up here experts now.
I don't want to go that far as experts, but we're up here talking about it. It's natural.
Definitely not experts.
Safe sport to do.
Yeah.
You are the pilot of command, if you're out there just controlling your own machine floating around the air. We're not fast in any way, shape, or form. We're not getting to a destination anytime quick. But, you know, this is the type of flying that you are interested in doing. It's affordable, and you're going to enjoy everything else that every other pilot gets to see out there. This is the way to do it. You can go to the website, USPCA.org, or you can come to the tower here, and you can do the
Well, of course, there's a couple different ways you can gather that information, as you said. Down by the windsock down there, you'll see a white tent. There's all kinds of EAA information in there. Sometimes there will be EAA staff at the table, but they've got brochures there that talk about ultralights, powered paragliding, all the different types of flying that you'll see here in the Fun Fly Zone. You can pick that information
Fine.
up. And of course, we have a ton of vendors behind us. All of them are here supporting aviation, supporting EAA, and all of that it represents. So take time, go to the booths, talk to those different vendors, and if you're interested, they'll give you information and help you get started.
And there are no stupid questions.
And of course, they love it when people come and look at their products. There's a number of different vendors that are selling the powered paraglider, powered parachute equipment, and I'm sure training as well that you can look into and maybe take home more than just an inspiration from this year's air show.
Yep, all the Paramotor companies that you're going to see here right behind you, those are all schools from Michigan over all the way to California. So if you are interested in this, we'll talk to them. And listen to what they have to say.
I should get a little mount for this, and then I can just let it sit.
This is a great
Then I don't have to bore you. You can just be bored on your own. Ah!
And you can come back each and every day, and weather permitting. We'll be back here starting at 7 a.m.
Good morning, everybody.
This is kind of the way to
Let me know if
start out your
you
day,
are
go
interested
down here,
in
maybe
having
pick
this
up a
done
little
every morning
breakfast, coffee,
while I'm working.
just sit
I think
here
we're
and
doing every
watch
morning
the
anyway in
peaceful
the ultralight tower.
aircraft
So
flying in the fun fly zone.
You know, I was over at the Red Barn
let me know
yesterday, and
if
they
there's any
had
planes you want to see.
coffee,
I can come back on or send you some pictures.
sandwiches, they had all types of
Yeah,
stuff.
the
Ice
signal
cream,
should be great today.
and the prices were
So
reasonably priced. I really thought that they would be
Wednesday,
good. So,
thinking
if you
about
get
going
hungry,
live
look
for the
something to eat, just make a little trip over to our Red Barn here in
evening
Goldfield.
show. So that should
Pick
be
up a
good. You guys
snack
can
and
watch
then
that
go
with
look at
us.
the vendors that we have
And they
up.
do the
And
fireworks
always
and
pretty
stuff like
girls
that. I
working
guess
behind the
I heard
counters.
that they're going to be doing a drone show. And with one of the gentlemen that even watches
Well, we're so happy
our
that you guys are all back
show
with us
and
again this
has
year.
been on one of the other
And
ones,
we
I
are
believe,
looking
is what I've been
forward to a
told
fantastic
from
week
Bonnie
this week at
Franz.
AirVenture, and,
So Bonnie is
we hope you come
working
back and visit us each and every day. We
in the
fly
Tall Pines
power
restaurant
parachutes from 7 until 9.
right back there.
From
She's
9
cooking
until 11,
French toast
30 or
and
so, ultralights and
eggs
light
and
planes.
bacon and
And
stuff
then
like
around
that.
that time, we switch
So,
over the field to rotor.
Anyway, thanks for joining, and I'll try to do this more often.
2:30, right? So there's all kinds of stuff. And of course, we shut down the field for the air show from 2:30 to 6:30. We want you to spend your time enjoying that, so we shut the operations down here during that time. And then we pick it back up again in the evening from 6:30 until 7:30. We go backwards. We fly ultralights first. And then when those beautiful calm winds come into the field here, like they do almost every day, we start back at 7:30 with powered parachutes and paragliders. So you can spend all kinds of time here throughout the day.
And then what do we got coming up for our night shows out here on the field?
Twilight.
Kramer, that would be so cool if you could come up here.
Wow, that's so cool to watch that. It's 8 p.m. to 10:30. We're doing it Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday.
No, it's just letting the Paramotor people come out and say that they flew at the world's largest fly-in. And just to say that they did it is kind of cool. And like some of them, you know, they come in around that corner and it's the same path that the airplanes come in at.
Except Wednesday and Saturday because of the night air show.
Oh yeah, and then they have the stole competition on this field also. So they got the starting line here, and this little stands area is completely packed, full of people down below the tower for the stole competition.
They didn't have enough seating. It's pretty typical to have 5,000 to 6,000 people out here. So if you want to come and watch those stole tracks, get here early.
If you're not familiar with stall aircraft, that's spelled S-T-O-L. Short takeoff landing.
Well, thank you.
Light sport aircraft.
Thank you for the birthday wish.
Loaded with passenger or pilot. We're looking at a way to pull.
I'm at that point where I don't want any more birthdays.
Hit the throttle, drop the ground, and I'm out.
But it was nice.
Come around
Just
here.
got to hang out, relax, and then last night Bonnie Franz made a nice meal for the whole group of us. Eric and I, Savannah, and Bonnie and her husband Brian, and then Deweese and Randy.
It's an amazing thing to watch.
The Aero Shell team getting ready to take off. Yep.
Yeah, actually, that's one of the things that not everybody knows about. If you have interest in one of these vendors that are flying some of the aircraft you see here in front of you this morning, if it's a tandem, they can give you a demonstration or an opportunity to experience it here. There is a waiver you have to sign, but you can go to talk to them and everything. And some of them do offer an experience here with the aircraft.
This guy just took
There's
off.
some other opportunities throughout the week here, air venture and the fun fly zone. If you look over by the red barn, we have 2 tents. One of those tents is a forum tent. And each day, we have a number of opportunities to attend classes. Danny will be giving some. Today at 10 a.m., Tim Bogan will be doing a forum on getting started in ultralights. At 11:30 a.m., what is powered paragliding? Mike Robinson from Blackhawk is going to be putting that on. 1 p.m., intro to powered paragliding. Jonathan, I'm not sure how to pronounce that name. Jonathan Eisel will be putting that on at 1 p.m. Intro to powered paragliding. At 2:30, sailcloth installation and care. So that was one of the things we talked about, kind of understanding what the condition of your sailcloth is and making sure that it's safe. So they'll have a forum on that at 2:30 today. And the last forum of the day in the white tent, so by the red barn, airport operations and ultralights. Tom Carpenter is going to be putting that on. So,
And these are all free events, free things that you can go to.
right. So all kinds of opportunities you can learn more about it if you want to start or enhance your learning. And we do that each and every day.
Yeah, they say it's really cool coming around that corner and having those planes. They have a direct path that they have to fly. So you can see the black parachute out there. He's doing the half right now. So he's going across Camp Scholler, and you can see the other one over here. So they're doing the half route. The longer route is twice as far, and it goes to the interstate, and then they follow along the side of the interstate, and then they come up this side road that comes around the corner right here.
There's been updated on the Twilight Flight Fest schedule. The things you're going to see during the Twilight Flight Fest is just so cool. You've got powered paragliders that are all lit up, and they fly formation in the twilight. It's so cool to watch. We have the stall competition. That usually starts first when it's still windier, and the guys powered paramotor, it's not dark enough. And so that happens. Then the RC aircraft, radio control guys come out. And they've got some amazing aircraft that they're all lit up, and they fly in the twilight and in the dark. We have a note here about skydiving. You've never seen these before on this field. Yeah, on this field. Can't say for sure when that's going to happen, but we have a note here that we're going to have some skydivers dropping on us here during the Twilight Flight Fest. Again, that starts at 8 p.m. and goes from 10:30.
And to make this all possible, you're going to see people running around in red shirts. Those are all volunteers. When you see the volunteers, just stop, say thank you, because this is the reason that this is able to be put on this, because of all the hundreds of volunteers that work out here in the fun flight zone.
Yeah, it is nice and smooth, Kramer, that's for sure.
You talk about the volunteers that put on the event here each and every year. We also have a number of youth here from the Civil Air Patrol. You see a lot of them around up there.
Civil Air Patrol.
From all over the country to be here this week. They volunteer, and I understand they actually kind of compete for the right to come here. It's a big deal for them to be invited to come, and we'll see them working throughout. So if you get a chance, thank them for coming. Encourage them. It's great that they're here to help us put this event on each and every year, and we all appreciate it.
Yeah, last year I actually got a compliment on it. You're right, it's a big event to be able to do this event. They do the challenge to get here for privilege for it. But you'll see them between sessions. They'll walk the field, make sure there's no broken parts or no anything on the field that can cause an injury. They really do work hard. They work successfully. You hear us up here boasting about our volunteers, ourselves, and so on and so forth. These CAP kids aren't allowed to talk about
what they do, what their aspirations are. I wanted to bring a couple of them.
I do have the greatest seat.
And they said, sir, we're happy to be here, but we can't come up there and talk about what we're doing. And, you know, that's the American military. Do it in the background and enjoy that everybody else.
Wipe my lenses off here. Sorry.
You gotta love it.
Sometimes you can catch a commander and they will talk about their mission while they're here, but.
Last year I couldn't even get their commander to
No
come
kidding.
here. He gave me a coin.
Silent service,
He
right?
gave me a coin, that's what I
Sure,
got.
hi Bison.
Just for the heck of it, how many of you out there stand for pilots? Yeah, about a third of it.
She snuck in a little wave there for you.
I want to see one of these guys wearing a beach sandals and do a throwback. There's a beach sandal out in the middle of the runway. I'm gonna run out there and grab it and hold it for hostage so we can have one of them come up here and then go.
PPC's down there rolling up their wings. I think next time, Eric, I think next time I'll go down.
Yeah. What's Cowboy's name? From Parajet.
Oh, I can't think of it.
Drop into the downstairs.
Steve. Yeah. I was saying this morning.
Scott Baxter, and Steve.
Steve. We always call him Surfer Steve because he does have that surfer impression. Yeah. That's who I bought my first unit from.
So throughout the week, I'm going to be out here doing the paramotors, and in the evenings also. There might be days that we will be throwing out shirts from the different schools here that are on the field. Also, there might be some other things that are given away. So always check back, swing back down, watch the paramotors, watch the powered parachutes, and enjoy the ultralight field.
Better yet, go visit all the vendors, talk to them about their products. You never know, you might just find something you just can't.
Plane
believe
coming in.
about.
I've got two dresser drawers full of nothing but Oshkosh shirts. My wife and all my neighbors, we live in a condo now up north of Michigan. And, you know, I'm the chuckle of the whole community because every time they see
Flamingo, yeah.
Here comes Day again.
I haven't bought a shirt for
There's a biplane.
since I can remember. My wife wants to start throwing them away, and I said, don't you dare. There is a story behind every one of those
You know
shirts.
what? I'm doing with mine, I'm gonna have all mine made into a quilt someday, so that when I'm too old to fly, I can still wrap myself in aviation a
Yeah,
little bit.
Pelican and Flamingo. Come on, Scuba.
Go find
So anyway,
yourself
later
a
today, if I
towel
get a
or
chance, I'll take
something, something really
my chair and
cool on it.
we'll go roll out to the runway and watch some planes coming in.
Especially up there.
I just
I don't know why
gotta
you
find
wanna be
some
up there in the
sunscreen.
wintertime, but hey, okay, that's good.
Because I'll fly.
Well, this guy's got some
Fry.
lights on the front of it. You don't see that often on all of these, but it sure makes him visible when he's coming
You can
around.
see him in Minnesota.
And he's got a nice patriotic wing there. Kind of nice to see all the different colors you can choose from. It's one of the things I always enjoy about these. They've just got some amazing colors on the wings that they're sure pretty to look at.
And arrow shell behind the.
And Jade has one of the black and pink. Beautiful looking wings. Otherwise, there's a lot of manufacturers. You'll see a couple of them out here. I don't see any flying now. There's one that looks like they put a bunch of pieces thrown together. And it's just a bunch of different colors in there. And that's just where it goes.
I don't know which one to look at, the
You can be different
landing
and have just about
or the
anything you
aero
want
shell
to
coming
do.
in.
Like this one, right? This one looks like a military version. Vehicle and black paint kind of looks like a military out a little bit.
Yeah, the black one is stealth.
There you go. Something for everyone.
Non-standard pattern?
Oh, get another paramotor taken off. Nope, not gonna do it.
No, you need to come in. I don't think he did the old pattern. Old average die hard.
Got a crosswind.
You know, I don't know why they changed the pattern. That accident last year had nothing to do with the pattern. Everything.
It's like it's calm down low, and then it's like you get 20 feet up in the air, and it seems like there's a crosswind.
Always add reason to what the FAA wants.
We're not happy till you're not happy.
That's their logo.
So, you see some of these are actually, that looks almost more like a sport wing, like it's got a little higher performance. I mean, are there different styles of wings from that perspective? Some that are more just casual, where other ones have a little more high performance, or what are options for that?
Yeah, so they classify the wings A, B, C, and D. A is what you learn on. And then once you get done with training, you're going to want to go to a B wing. A lot of instructors will start off.
See if I can find any scheduling in
and
the
they'll learn with that.
What's the difference
paper.
between an A and B? I mean, what does that mean to a beginning pilot?
So what it is the stability. You want that stability when you're learning.
a little bit before another paramotor comes
The
in.
reason that a lot of instructors will go right to a B wing to train you on that, because you'll outgrow the A wing very quick. I would say 90% of the people that fly do not outgrow a B wing because they're just up there looking at all the scenery, and they're not looking to do any acrobatics or any zippy moves to get through the air. Most of
I'm
us
gonna go
that
try
fly
to
are
meet
just
him.
looking to get up in the air and look down at all the peaceful things that you can see down below us.
So speed isn't really
Comes
that
in.
big of a factor, or ability to turn sharp turns, that kind of stuff.
Not in the B wing, but once you start getting to the C and D, then you start getting into acrobatic wings or cross-country wings. You're going to start getting into wings that are faster. But of course, with that becomes the stability. You have to really know how to fly that wing, have complete control of that wing, so you don't get yourself into a pickle.
So do they actually have different ratings? Is that where you get into the PPG 1, 2, and 3 for the different types of wings, or are they
Nope.
just kind of judgment based?
It's judgment based, so you don't want to learn on a B wing or anything like that. You want to slowly build up to that. But like I said, I think 90% of the pilots out there will never outgrow a B wing. You're still stable and very safe.
All right, well, I think everybody's pretty much down.
Always something to learn, even
So,
even those of us that
we
work up here, we learn a little bit each year. So great to
PPC's
have you
folding up.
here this year.
Might have that one guy that took off a little late. Yeah, I see him out there. He's doing the long pattern.
So
anyway, we are live here at 2004 EAA. Did that guy, he set back up, but he's not in his gear. So anyway, if I see some big stuff this afternoon come flying in, I'll maybe go live if I get a chance. I'm sitting out there.
We talked about the fact that they've widened the pattern a little bit this year.
But yeah, we'll be out here in the morning.
They go clear out to the highway. They follow that
We've
access
got
road to Elrose Steel.
about 15 more minutes up on the tower, and then we're done for the afternoon, and then we'll be back up in the evening. So But thank you for joining, and if you get a chance, give us a thumbs up, and see you again later. Have a good day, everybody.
Definitely one of
Fly
our
safe.